Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Black Clover M Rise of the Wizard King. Alright, so let's talk about what is coming in a couple of days. If you guys haven't been following their Twitter or x.com, so you can see they did post a bunch of other things regarding the stuff. Season 3 Clover Academy is happening really soon. So this is going to happen in a couple of days. Right now you can see we are still having, let me jump into the game, you can see the banner. The summons for everything is still here. Alright, so everything is still one more day left. And then we're gonna have like 1 day of, I believe 1 day of empty period, like with no banners. And then after that, season 3 is going to come. So that's going to be very interesting. Now, for me personally, this is currently how much I have. As you can see, not sure if you guys can observe that well, but I got 19,000 tickets. I mean 19,000 gems, alright, crystals, and I have 53 tickets. So that's going to be enough for me to, if I want to pull, I can basically PT one character, and then I can get one more character from the Gateway of Reunion. Alright, so if you guys are not aware, you always will be able to select one character for free every single season. There's 3 characters, right? So for global, we're gonna have 3 characters to choose from in this season, 3 character. But if you guys are not aware, the key can be obtained from right here. Make sure you guys are doing your quest, alright? Not the daily, not the intermediate, but the advanced one. So this is going to give you 1 key every time. So you can see right now I'm already like almost halfway through. Every 20 days you will be able to get one particular key. So assuming that the global patch is not like less than 20 days, so we should be able to always get 1 key to be able to select for the free seasonal character, right? So I've already briefly talked about which character, what skills they have, etc. In my previous video. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I did basically make that video about 9 days ago or about 1 week ago, this particular one. Season 3 characters are different for global, so I basically went deep and basically break down all 3 of them with their skills and stuff. So if you guys haven't checked that out, consider checking that out. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this video, but hopefully still give you guys a better idea, right? So the truth is, let's watch the trailer first, because I think this is going to be something that is very interesting and exciting for me personally, right? So I'm going to mute the sound and we're going to watch the trailer, because I think this is going to be an exciting one. It's been a while since we got some major updates in the story and stuff. So hopefully with that, we're also going to get some new characters, right? So let's talk about what we are having in this particular Season 3 overview trailer, right? If you guys haven't seen it. Alright, so we get to see Lotus, right? I wonder if that's going to be a character as well. Will they make him a character, right? So you can see William. Oh, that guy, I forgot his name, but I think he is a character in JP. Alright, so they will reveal all of this for sure, coming soon. Very exciting. We're gonna have a new story, right? So as you can see, first things first, I want to also react and respond to all of this, right? We're gonna get time-limited event for the DICE event, Event Arena, and Bingo event. Speaking of Bingo event, make sure you guys are doing it, okay? I think it's expiring soon in like 20 days. Let me see. So make sure you guys are finishing that, alright? That is going to be very good. If you guys did not do, as far as I know, the Bingo event is actually unique to global server. Like, I think this is a very commendable thing. It's basically given to global players to be able to catch up to the JP server and KR server, because we are like sped up a little bit, right? Also today there's actually this mage birthday, Refchi Selik. Make sure you guys log in, because sometimes they have this mage birthday and you can just literally claim 200 black crystals, literally, just like that for free. Alright, so regarding the bingo event, as you can see, I've already cleared mine. You get a total of 35 tickets, right? 10 plus 15 plus 5 more, 30 tickets, right? 30 tickets here, and then with the all of these black crystals, you get like additional 30 plus ish tickets. Just gotta do all of these individual quests that will be able to, you know, line up the bingo thing. So make sure you guys are, if you guys start now, it might be too late actually, but hopefully you guys are still able to get as much tickets as you can right here. Very important. So you get 5 here, you get 10 here, you get 15 here. This is very important. And I'm so glad that they are bringing it back. So most likely, if that's the case, most likely they are going to also, as you can see, right? they're going to bring it back. You can see right here again, bingo event is going to come back. Maybe the rewards might be different, but we'll see how it is. We're also going to have the event arena. I believe this is the first time we are having this team banning, asynchronous PvP match banning mode. So I'm not sure it's going to be something that's very, very different. And then season 3 time limited event, that's going to happen. I mean the dice event, right? I love the dice event. If you guys are not aware, the tips for the dive event is always to, select the highest number as you possibly can, 6, 5, basically you roll the dice, but you get like a permanent selector die sometimes that you can use. Preferably go for the higher ones so they can complete the course more often to basically get the stamina. Hopefully everything still remains the same, so you guys can follow my previous guide for the previous dice event, right? So aside from that, what else? Yeah, so you can see, right? So every time you finish one full lap, you will get 100 stamina for free. This is how you get a bunch of stamina. It's gonna be a big help for you to farm all the gears and stuff. So you can see, you should always try to push for the... ooh, that's a lot. That is a lot. You should always try to go for the high one. Never go for this one. Never go for this one. I don't think this is ever going to be worth it, right? So always go for that one so that you're always going to be able to maximize the amount of spaces you're able to traverse. Big fan of this event for sure, alright? Okay, so let's look at the event arena. So what are we having here? So this is going to be a completely new one, okay? And then right here you can see, ooh, that Fugulion looks so good. Okay, so looks like they modified the dice event a little bit. So the rewards are slightly different. So we get 240 black crystals here, 120 black crystals here. So that's 360, alright? Alongside with that, we only get 360 here. 720 black crystals and 15 tickets. Still pretty good, alright? It's still pretty good, but compared to the what we have currently in the game, if you look at what we have right now, I think this is like a little bit toned down, right? Not that I'm complaining, right? But as I think it's still 5 tickets is... Wait, they're replacing 10, 15 and 5 tickets. Yeah, they're definitely... it's definitely slightly reduced. But again, I think it's still good as long as you bring back the bingo event. Maybe they're still like readjusting the rewards to make sure that it's like somewhat balanced, right? Somewhat balanced for the global players. Clover Economy. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 characters, right? So Clover Economy Jack. So out of these 3, for those of you who are curious, you're wondering if you want to pull or not, Jack is probably the least favorite, alright? So according to the KR and JP players, he's going to be the one that's like probably the least used. Not that he's bad, I think he's still pretty decent. I'm going to explain why later when we look at the skills, right? Okay, very, very cool. Now Charlotte is the most big one, the most recommended to pick at least, right? So because she's going to excel in PvP. She excels in trying to counter the enemy. So very, very good in that case. Plus she's a waifu, right? Why would you not go for a waifu? Alright, Charlotte, Clover Economy, and Fugulion. Alright, Fugulion is apparently very, very strong in PvP as well. Alright, if you're looking for a PvP burn meta, he's gonna be top up there. Alright, so these are the 3 main ones. So let's talk about them in more, in a slightly different manner. What else did I miss, right? That I have not yet looked at. So again, feel free to check out this video that I make last week so you guys get a better idea on which one is going to be better. So let's look at, yeah, one thing that I want to talk about, right? So regarding Fugulion, I mean, let's talk a little bit more about all 3 of them. So why is Jack sort of like the weaker version out of the 3, right? So the reason why is because Jack, if you look at the skill 1, alright, it's whatever, right? Inflicts bleed, deals damage. Skill 2, Jack has always had this issue where he will always buff himself. So he applies this thing, this calculation. He also grants himself penetration, buff, increased accuracy and stuff, which is always good. But in auto, most of the time, when you want to use a character in auto, you want to have a damaging skill for skill 2 and skill 3, and then you use the support to buff them. Rather than someone like Jack that buffs himself. Now, is this that big of a deal? No, right? You can still buff yourself, use the preset and stuff. But it just, in my opinion, right, this is just my experience, if you use an attacker that's like only have one attacking skill besides the skill 2, right? So besides the skill 1, I mean, so you only got skill 3 as an attacking skill. Your skill 2 is buff. That means you're gonna like the DPS is gonna be slower when you're auto, ideally, right? So because you only got 1 damage skill compared to 2 damage skills, for example, like Julius has 2 damage skills. I think Noelle has 1 damage skill, right? The skill 2 is basically giving herself shield, which is fine. It's still a counter skill, but ideally it does make for slow farming in general. So for new players, yeah, that's going to be something to consider for sure. So skill 3 is a special skill, is the one that does extra attack. And Fugulion, I'm really thinking if I want to pick him up, right? Because I'm going to pick Charlotte for sure from the key. Actually, I'm not sure. I can't choose who to get, right? Unless I go PT all the way. But Fugulion is going to be the other character, as you can see. Inflicts burn, deals continuous damage as well, inflicts burn on an enemy, right? He also can remove barrier, which makes him really prominent in PvP. Alright, something that I think a lot of characters are struggling against, right? If you want a character that straight up can counter Noelle, Fugulion might actually be somewhat meta-ish. So, and last but not least, Charlotte, they haven't released it yet. But you can see right here on Pridwen's tier list, if you look at JP and Korea KR PvP, you can see Charlotte Clover economy is quite high. She's used quite a lot. Alright, alongside with Lotus, actually, alongside with Mars. So she is used a lot. And apparently William has climbed a tad bit, right? So because William and Julius, I mean, like, these two are just very strong. But again, Charlotte is definitely one of the top characters to use in PvP. Now in PvE, she's not going to be used that much. You can see she's like slightly at the bottom. Now why is that? Because she's a character that provides counter. Alright, so which makes it really interesting. So she applies counter attack to the ally with the highest attack, right? And also she gives all allies 60% chance to counter attack for 1 turn. Now this is going to make you be able to do way more, right? Like if you have Charmy, your counter attack is now going to heal you, right? It's just straight up more annoying. Also applies Fortify, makes your character's allies tankier. It just introduces a new annoying mechanic. Now for those of you who probably miss on Swimsuit Noelle, maybe she's not that bad of an idea, not that bad of a character. I mean, I'm sure you guys have experience. It's quite annoying to fight Swimsuit Noelle in PvP, right? So that's going to be something to consider. Definitely, I would consider Charlotte as the top priority. Now, as for Fugulion, you can see Fugulion is right here. Decent, alright, so alongside with the Red Asta, alongside with the regular Charlotte and Sally, he's been used in PvP quite a number of times. Alright, and then Jack is right here for the green type. I would consider Jack actually if you don't have someone like what's the name? If you don't have someone like Raya or Liched, right? I would consider Jack. The reason why is because Jack is, you know, one of the few green attacker. So if you don't have those characters, maybe you'll have to wait for this guy, Langris. I believe he should be coming in this version as well. I'm going to cover him in a separate video. He's going to be a decent like attacker, right? So the truth is, if you want a Sense or a green type attacker, there's not much option, right? There's not much option. The others later, we don't know when those will come. If you don't have Lich or Raya like me, this is something that you have to consider as an option. The truth is, I don't really know when they are going to bring Swimsuit Yami for global server, right? If you guys are not aware, Swimsuit Yami was there for global server on season 2, right? Season 3, they have the Swimsuit Vanessa, right? But these two characters are literally missing. So I don't know if they'll bring back this for global in season 4, because season 3, I mean, I'm so confused. Season 3 actually right now is season 3 for global, right? But it was actually season 4 in JP. And JP season 5 was these particular characters, right? The Halloween, Swimsuit Noelle, and Swimsuit, not Swimsuit, Halloween Noelle and Halloween Charmy. Both are very strong characters as well, right? So these are the ones that you ideally want to try to get. But again, yeah, I don't know how they are going to do this, especially Noelle. You need to try to get that particular variant. She's also really strong, as you can see. Very prominent character. So I'm not sure how they're going to shuffle it around for global server. That's something that we'll have to wait and see for the time being. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this overall video. Let me know what you guys think of these characters. Are you guys pulling or not? Because I'm still thinking if I want to pull or I want to save, because right now there's a few characters that you should be looking out for. One is this guy, Langris Vault. One more is going to be who was the other one that perhaps might arrive? The Golden Dawn is something that you can also look forward to. But there's also the Fana the Hateful, alright, which is this girl right here. I'm not sure when she will come. She's also one of the more prominent Sense characters that you want to pay attention to as well. She might come later in her own banner in Season 3. So that's something that we'll have to wait for the time being to see. Alright, so with that being said, yeah, plenty of characters, but we don't really have a roadmap, so we just have to, you know, decide what we can based upon what we know on the JP and KR server. Alright, so that's it. I'm out. Take care. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like if you enjoy it. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. I have one more video for the tower thing. Hopefully you guys stay tuned for that as well. Have a nice day. Goodbye.